Hello dear students, we already studied all the concepts in the chapter Understanding Quadrilaterals. So this video includes only the problems given in exercise 3.1, 3.2, 3.3 and 3.4. Okay, let's start exercise 3.1. Okay, the first question is, given here are some figures. There are 8 figures. Classify each of them on the basis of the following. Then the first question, simple curve. Yes, among these all you have to identify simple curves. We all know that simple curve is a curve that does not cross each other. So 1, 2, 5, 6, 7 are simple curves. Question number B, simple closed curve. Yes, simple but it closed. Yeah, same 1, 2, 5, 6, 7 are simple and closed. Then polygon. Question number C. You know that polygon is a simple closed curve made up of line segment. So, 1 and 2 are polygons. Then question number D. Convex polygon. Convex polygon is a polygon in that we can draw a diagonal in the exterior. So, figure 2 is a convex polygon. And the next question is concave polygon. Okay. Concave polygon, in that one we can draw a diagonal in the exterior. So, question number figure 1 is a concave polygon. Okay. Then the next question, how many diagonals does each of the following have? A convex quadrilateral, a regular hexagon and a triangle. First one, a convex quadrilateral. A convex quadrilateral means any quadrilateral, that it may be rectangle, square, parallelogram, any. So here this ABCD is a parallelogram and also it is a convex polygon. Then how many diagonals we can draw? We know that a diagonal is a line segment joining two non-adjacent vertices. Here A and C and B and D. Yes, A and C. Okay, AC is one diagonal. Then the next diagonal is which one? BD. So it has two diagonals. Then what we can tell, for a convex quadrilateral there are two diagonals. Then the next question is a regular hexagon. Here A, B, C, D, E, F are the vertices. Then you have to draw its diagonals. How many? Yes, we can start from the point C. Only you can join the non-adjacent vertices. One, two, then 3. Three diagonals we can draw from the point C. 3 next. We can use any other color, that's better. Then from D, one, two, then 3. Now 6. Then from E, 7, 8. Anyway, 8. 3 plus 3. 6 plus 3. Already there. So only this much possible. Okay. Then from F. To already. Yes, we can draw this much only. So how many diagonals are there? Total 9. For a convex or for a regular hexagon, we can draw 9 diagonals. Okay. The next, for a triangle. Here PQR is a triangle. Can you draw a diagonal? No, it is not possible. So 0. Then what the next question? What is the sum of the measures of a angles of a convex quadrilateral? Will this property hold if the quadrilateral is not convex? You know that? Yes, for a quadrilateral, for example, any quadrilateral, we've already considered, yes. Here quadrilateral, then what is the sum of total sum of interior angles? You know that a quadrilateral divides into two triangles. A quadrilateral divides into two triangles through its diagonals. Okay. Then here, there is 1 minute. Yes. Total how many triangles are here? First a blue color 1, then this yellow color 2. So there are two triangles. Sum of angles in one triangle is what? 180. So there are in a quadrilateral there are two triangles. So the total sum of angle is 360. Okay. Then what the next question? Examine the table. Each figure is divided into triangles and the sum of the angle deduced from that. Yes, here first one a triangle. You know that 3 sides, then was a total sum 180. And then next one is a quadrilateral, 4 sides and 2 triangles. It divides into 2 triangles. So we can tell 2 into 180. Total sum of the angle 2 into 180. Then we can write 2 as 4 minus 2. So 2 into 180 is 4 minus 2 into 180. Yes, next one is a pentagon, 5 sides. So 3 triangles you can see. So the total sum of angles 3 into 180. That 3 can write as 5 minus 2. Then next a hexagon, 6 sides. Then divides into 4 triangles. So 4 into 180. Total sum of angle is 4 into 180. That is 6 minus 2 into 180. That means to find out the total sum of interior angles, we can consider its side. Side minus 2. Number of sides minus 2 into 180. Okay. Then if it is so, the question asks, what can you say about the angle sum of a convex polygon with a number of sides? Yes, if 7 sides. Okay, how will you find out if 7 sides means number of sides? Number of sides minus 2 into 180. How many? First 7 sides. So, total sum of angles is 7 minus 2 into 180. Number of sides 7. 7 minus 2 is 5. 5 into 180 equal to 900. Okay, that means for a polygon with 7 sides, total sum of interior angle equal to 900. Then what the next question? 8 sides, 10 sides and n sides. 8 side. Same way, 8 sides, how will you find out? Side 8 minus 2 into 180. Yes, 8 minus 2, 6. 6 into 180. So, 1080. Okay. Next, 10 sides. So 10 sides. 10 minus 2 into 180. 10 minus 2 means 8. 8 into 180, 1440. Then next, we can consider it as a general formula, that is, if a polygon having n sides, then total sum of interior angle equal to, n side means n minus 2 into 180. Okay, that one you had to by heart, dear children. Total sum of interior angles of a convex polygon of side n equal to n minus 2 into 180. Okay, then next question. What is a regular polygon? We know that a regular polygon having all equal sides. State the name of a regular polygon of 3 sides. Yes, an equilateral triangle, 4 sides means square, and a rhombus, 6 sides, regular hexagon. Okay, next question is, find the angle measure x in the following figures. Find the angle measure x in the following figures. Okay, a figure is given there. How many sides are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. It is a quadrilateral. Okay, first we have to draw that quadrilateral. In a quadrilateral. Okay, then 5, 130, 120x. No, 50, 130, 120x. This measure 50, 130, 120 and x. We have to find the value of x. You all know that for a quadrilateral, total sum of interior angle equal to 360. For a quadrilateral, that is 360. So, what we can write? 50 plus 130 plus 120 plus x equal to 360. Yes, now we can easily find out the value of x. Okay, 50 plus 130 plus 120 plus x, because while adding all the 4 angles, you will get a total of 360. So, 300 plus x equal to 360, is it? $300 plus x. While adding this, 300 plus x equal to 360. Then what is x? 360 minus 300. Or you can directly write 60 degree. So we got the measurement, that is the value of x equal to 60 degree. Here the value of x equal to 60 degree. Okay. Then one more figure given there. Yes. That also 1, 2, 3, 4. It is also a quadrilateral, 4 side. X 70, 60. This one x, this one 70, this one 60. And it is given that one is 90 degree. Okay. Now the given figure is also a quadrilateral. So we can tell its total sum of angle equal to 360. Here you can see a 90 degree marked here, dear children. A 90 degree mark, yes. Here 90 means here a total a straight angle is forming. This angle 90 means the remaining angle also 90 degree. Yes, if it is not given, we will get that one is 90 degree. So, what is the total sum of angle? X plus 70 plus 60 plus 90 equal to 360. Okay, x plus 70 plus 60 plus 90 equal to 360. So x plus 220 equal to 360. Okay, x plus 220 equal to 360. So x equal to 360 minus 220 equal to 140. Okay, yes. Then next question. Oh, in that one 4 figures are given. Yeah, how many sides are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is a pentagon. Okay. The measurement x 30, 70, 60. X 30, this one 70, this one 60. Okay. Then here, dear children, how many sides it is? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, this one 70. For a pentagon, what is the total sum of interior angle? Pentagon means 5 side. 5 minus 2 into 180. That is 3 into 180. Is it? 540. We have to get a total of 540. Here, this angle measure 30 given. Here, x only given, and these two not given. How will you find out? You know that the 70 is here in both points, here and here you can see that a straight angle is forming. So 70 degree only given. So what we can find out? This angle 70, this one 70. So remaining angle is total 180. So this one will be 110. Okay, 110 plus 70 is 180. Same way, this is given as 60. So remaining total angle is 180. So this angle, interior angle, will be 120. Then what we can tell here? 30 plus x plus 120 plus 110 plus x equal to 540. Okay. $30 plus x plus 120 plus 110 plus x equal to 540. Okay. Then 30 plus x plus 120 plus 110 plus x equal to 540. First add all the numbers. 30 plus 110, 140. 140 plus 120, 260. Plus x plus x, 2x. So what we can write? 260 plus 2x. 260 plus 2x equal to 540. So 2x equal to 540 minus 260. Is it? Yes, 2x equal to 280. If 2x equal to 280, what is x? 2x equal to 280. So x equal to 280 by 2 equal to 140. Now we got the value of x equal to 140. Then what's the next figure? Yes, a regular pentagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides only given. A regular pentagon, no measurement given. How will you do? Okay. Yes. Here, first one, this one is a regular pentagon. Regular pentagon means 5 sides and all the 5 sides are equal. Okay. Then here it's one measurement x. If one measurement x means other all angles equal to same x. So we know that 5 side means 5 minus 2 in the total sum of angle is same way 5 minus 2 into 180 equal to 3 into 180 equal to 540. Then there are how many angles? 5 angles. X plus x plus x plus x plus x equal to 540. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5x equal to 540. If 5x equal to 540, what is x? X equal to 540 by 5. 108. So, measure of angle, each angle equal to 108. Then, the next question. Here also, yes, two figures given. You have to find out x plus y plus z in the first figure. X plus y plus z. Okay. X, Y, Z. X, Y, Z. 90, then 30. 90, 30. Yes, dear children, how will you find out? We have to find out the sum of x, y and z. Here, yes, this angle 90 means the remaining angle is, you know that here is straight angle. This 90 means this x equal to 90. Okay. Then here also is straight angle. Here 30 means total we have to get a 180. So z equal to 150. Okay. Then listen dear children, for a triangle here 30 plus for a triangle total angle equal to 180. Then 30 plus 90 120. So this angle equal to 60. Interior angle 30 plus 90 120 plus 60 180. You have to get a total sum of interior angle 180. Here 60 means what will be here also a straight line. The remaining angle y equal to 120. Then what we have to do? We have to add these three. 150 plus 90 plus 120. 150 plus 90, 240. 240 plus 120, 360. Yes. Yeah, dear children, anyway, we have to get 360 because total sum of exterior angle of any polygon equal to 360. Then what the next question? Okay. 128, 60. 120, 80, 60. Inside 120, 80, 60. X, Y, W, Z. X, Y, W, then Z. W, Z. Okay, dear children. Here also straight angles forming the here 120, then the remaining x will be 60. other ring. Okay, x 120 interior, so x will be 60, total 180. Here 80, so y will be 100, 180. 60, so z 120. Then here to find a w, you must know this angle. Here know that it is a quadrilateral, so this quadrilateral total sum is 360. So 60 plus 80, 140. 140 plus 120, 260. So here it will be 100. 100 plus 60 is 360. 100 plus 60, 160. 160 plus 80, 240. 240 plus 120, 360. Here 100 means W will be 80. Now what is x plus y plus z plus w? X was 60 plus y 100 plus z 120, then w, 120, then w 80. What the sum? 360. Okay. Then exercise 3.1 over. Next we can move to exercise 3.2. Find x in the following figure. Okay, here we can easily, first question, with the measurement given 125, 125, then x. 125, 125, x. Simple problem, dear children. Here total sum of exterior angle equal to 360. Use that property. So 125 plus 125 plus x equal to 360. So what we can tell? 125 plus 125, 250. 250 plus x equal to 360. So x equal to 360 minus 250 equal to 110. Okay. Then the next question, same method. Okay. Then measure 70, 60. 70. Then here x, there 60. X 60. This one 90. This much only given. Okay. This much only 70, x 60. One more 90 also. Yes. Yes, dear children. Here also you have to find the value of x. Okay, here this angle already given 90, this one 90, this 90 means the remaining angle also 90. Here also we can tell it is a polygon. Total sum of exterior angle of a polygon equal to 360. So what we can write here 90. Already marked, that type marking means 90 degree. 90 plus 70 plus x plus 90 plus 60 equal to 360. Okay, 90 plus 70, 160, 160 plus 90, 250, 250 plus 90, 340, 340 plus 60, 400. Then x. Total, sorry. 90 plus 70, 160. Any mistake? 90 did we write 2 times? Oh, this 90 no need to add. Sorry. 90 plus 70, 160. 160 plus 90, 250. 250 plus 60, 310. So I added this 90 also. Not this 90, this 90, this measurement. So 310 plus x equal to 360. Then what is x? X equal to 50. So x equal to 360 minus 310 equal to 50 degree. Okay, dear children. Then the next question. Find the measure of each exterior angle of a regular polygon of 9 sides. Okay, we all know that every polygon's exterior angle, total sum of exterior angle equal to 360. Then find the measure of each exterior angle of a regular polygon of 9 sides. Okay, regular polygon means its sides equal and again its angles also equal. Okay, so dear children, yes, if there are 9 sides means 9 angles also will be there. Then total, if measure of one angle is x, total how many angles are there? 9. Because it is a regular polygon of 9 sides. Then one angles measure x and there are total 9 angles means what is the total sum of the angle? We have to add x 9 times. Yes, that is same as what is the sum? 9x. Yes, now we know that total sum of exterior angle equal to 360. So what we can write? 9x equal to 360. If 9x equal to 360, then what is x? X equal to 360 by 9. 360 by 9 equal to 40 degree. Okay. Then what the next question? (15 side). Then if measure of one, yes, same way, if the measure of one angle equal to same x or y, x, measure of one angle is x, if there are 15 sides, there will be 15 angles. So total sum of the angle means x plus etc. 15 times. 15 times you have to add x. That is same as 15x. So 15x equal to what is the total sum of exterior angle? 360. So what we can find out? So 15x equal to 360. So x equal to 360 by 15. What is 316 by 15? That equal to 24. Okay, so measure of each angle equal to 24. Then next question. Third question. How many sides does a regular polygon have if the measure of an exterior angle is 24 degree? Yes, that is the same answer we can consider from here. Okay, listen dear children. It is given that the measure of angle 24 degree. One angle 24 degree means how many sides will be? Yes, that also we can easily find out. If let number of sides. Let x be the number of sides. X be the number of sides. Then if the measure of one angle is 24, like this. If there are x number of sides, there will be x angles. Okay. Then measure of one angle is 24, and if there are x number of angles, then total sum of angle, that means you have to add 24 x times. We don't know how many times we have to add. So 24, adding 24 x times means 24x. Then what we can write? 24x, that is the total sum of angle. One measure of one angle is 24, like that x number of angles. So 24x equal to total exterior angle 360. X equal to 360 by 24. What is that? 15. So what we can tell? There are 15 sides. Next question. Fourth question. How many sides does a regular polygon have? Each of its interior angle is 165 degree. Yes, dear children. How many sides does a regular polygon have if each of its interior angle is 165 degree? Here we know that for every polygon, we know a common fact, that is for every polygon, total sum of exterior angle is 360. Is it? Then it is given in the question interior angle is 165. Yes, interior angle and exterior angle, how it relates? You know that interior angle plus exterior angle. Yes, that means interior angle plus exterior angle equal to 180 degree. Okay, it's interior angle 165. So 165 plus exterior angle equal to 180. Then what is the measure of exterior angle? Exterior angle equal to 180 minus 165. Then 180 minus 165 equal to 15 degree. Okay, then measure of one exterior angle equal to 15 degree. What we have to find out? How many sides? Yes, how many sides means one interior angle measurement 15. If there are x angles or x sides, there will be x angles. So total sum of angle is 15 into x. 15 into x equal to 360. Same problem we discussed after getting the 15 side. So x equal to 360 by 15 equal to 24. Okay, there are 24 sides. Then the next question, fifth question. Is it possible to have a regular polygon with a measure of each exterior angle as 22 degree? Is it, dear children? If each exterior angle 22 degree, is it possible? We can check. Yes, measure of one exterior angle is 22 degree. Then listen, dear children, if there are x number of angles, we can tell 22 we have to add x times x number of angles. So 22x we can write, that is total sum of exterior angle is 22x, that equal to 360. So what is the x? 360 by 22. Divide 360 by 22. X is the total number of angles. Yes, listen dear children, x is the total number of angles. 360 by 120 means that we can write 180 by 11. Yes, we won't get a whole number. 180 by 11. 180 is not a multiple of 11. We will not get a correct number. Can we tell there are 180 by 11 angles? No. So 22 is not a divisor of 360. That times we can tell it is not possible. Okay, next question, B question. Can it be the interior angle of a regular polygon? If 22 is the exterior angle, it's not possible. If it is interior angle, is it possible? Same way we can find out. If it is interior angle means we can find out its exterior angle equal to, yes, 180 minus 22. Interior angle 22, the remaining will be the exterior angle. What is 180 minus 22? 158. Yes, then same way use the same concept. If the measure of one exterior angle is 158, if there are x angles, what the total sum? 158x. 158x equal to 360. So x equal to 360 by 158. Here also, yes, 360 by 158 equal to 180 by 79. Yes, here also we can tell that 180 is not a multiple of 79. Then it is also not possible. Yes. Okay, the next question is, what is the minimum interior angle possible for a regular polygon? What is the minimum interior angle possible for a regular polygon? Yes, dear children, we have to consider a regular polygon having minimum sides. What is that regular polygon? Equilateral triangle. Okay. For an equilateral triangle, yes, you know that for an equilateral triangle, what is the measure of each angle? What is the measure of each angle? That one is 60 degree. For this equilateral triangle, yes, this angle 60, this angle 60, this angle 60. So, 60 is the minimum angle. Okay. Then next, what is the maximum exterior angle possible for a regular polygon? Maximum angle. Yes, minimum interior angle 60 means, yes, same way minimum 60. Interior angle 60 means exterior angle maximum where will get if yes, you know that here interior plus exterior, interior angle plus exterior angle equal to 180. Minimum interior angle 60 means here we will get a maximum exterior angle. So when interior angle increasing, exterior angle will be decreasing. So here 60, minimum 60 means maximum we will get 120. Okay, 60 plus 120 equal to 80. Because 60 is the minimum side, minimum angle. Then it will increase. While increasing, exterior angle will be decreasing. So, why we have to get a total of 180. 180. So, we can't get more than 180. When interior angle is increasing, exterior angle will be decreasing. Then for the minimum interior angle, we will get a maximum exterior angle. So that one is 120. Okay, now we are moving to third exercise 3.3. Given a parallelogram ABCD, complete each statement along its definition. Yes, you know that for a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. Yes. So, AD equal to BC and yes, first one AD equal to BC. Then we know that opposite angles are equal. Angle DCB equal to its opposite angle DAB. And you know that its diagonals bisect each other. So, OC equal to OA. Then we know that adjacent angles are supplementary. That is measure of angle DAB plus measure of angle CDA equal to 180. Next one, second, yes. Consider the following parallelograms. Find the value of the unknown x, y, z. Okay, dear children, here you have to use a very simple property. It is a parallelogram. Opposite angles are equal. Angle B 100 means angle D also 100. Sorry, Y. Angle Y equal to 100. Is it? Angle B 100, so angle D also 100. And B and C are adjacent angles. Adjacent angles are supplementary. So B 100 means C will be 80. Supplementary means total sum is 180. So 100 and 80, that is 180. If C equal to 80 means A also is opposite angles equal, so Z equal to 80. Okay. Then the next also same method. Next one. This one 50 x y z. Okay, you have to find the value of x, y and z. Listen dear children, these two angles, this 50 and this x are adjacent angles. Adjacent angles are supplementary. Supplementary means total 180. So this angle 50 means x will be 130. 130 plus 50 equal to 180. And x and y are opposite angles. Opposite angles are equal. If x equal to 130 means y also 130. Okay. Then here 50. This angle 50 means its opposite angle. This also 50. This angle 50 means what will be said? 50 plus z equal to 180 because this is a straight angle. So 50 plus 130 is 180. So z also 180. Okay. The next figure. X, Y, Z, X, Y 30. X, Y 30, this angle 90. Is it? And Z also. Here Z. We have to find the value of which one? X, Y and Z. Okay. Here 90. You know that two lines when it is intersecting, and also vertically opposite angles are equal. You've already studied that in lower classes, is it? Then these two angles are vertically opposite angle. This one 90 means x equal to 90. If x equal to 90 means for this triangle, total sum of interior angle equal to 180. So 90, x 90, 90 plus 30, 120. So what is y? Y equal to 60. 120 plus 60 equal to 180. Okay. If y equal to 60, we have to find out z. Listen dear children, it is a parallelogram. Yes, parallel side. These two are parallel. Then here we can consider it is a what? This one is a transversal. A transversal. Then two parallel side, that means one and this. These two parallel side intersecting by it's a transversal. It's a transversal means this is the transversal. Then what about y and z? Y and z are alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles are equal. Then if y equal to 60, z also 60 because alternate interior angles are equal. Okay, then the next question. Simple problem. It is a parallelogram. Then here 80 marks. So y equal to 80. If y80, y and x are supplementary angles, so x equal to 100. Okay, x equal to 100 means the angle opposite to x also 100. Then z is the, yes, z is the exterior angle. So z is the remaining 80. So 100 plus 80 equal to 180. It's very simple question that or you can try, dear children, yourself. The next, in the next question, y. We have to find out y. Yes, y is the opposite angle of 112. Measure of 112. So y equal to 112. So that one we have to do. Wait. X not there. This one is x, not this one. Okay. Yes, dear children. First, this angle, you know that this is a parallelogram. These two angles are equal, opposite angles. So y, this one 112 means y also 112. Then here it is given that y 112. So the adjacent angle, this is the adjacent angle of this 112. Adjacent angles, these two angles are adjacent. Adjacent angles are what? Supplementary. So what we can tell, this angle total is 40 plus h. 40 plus h plus 112. Sorry, y 112. Same 112. Y 112. 40 plus z plus 112 equal to 180. Okay. Then 152 plus z equal to 180. So z equal to 180 minus 152. 28 degree. So z equal to 28, y equal to 112. Then we have to find out what is x. Yes, we got z equal to 28. Then here also for these two lines, yes, these two lines parallel. These two lines are parallel and this line is it's a transversal. Then we know that this x and z are alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles are equal. So z equal to 28 means x also 28. Z 28, x 28, y 112. Okay. The next question. Can a quadrilateral ABCD be a parallelogram if ABCD, then angle D plus angle B 180? Is there any chance? Yes. If while adding, sometimes we will get 180. Can be but need not be. Okay. AB equal to DC equal to 8 centimeter, AD 4 and BC equal to 4.4. Yes. AB, DC 8 centimeter. AB and CD are equal. AD 4 centimeter and BC 4.4. Dear children, it is a parallelogram. Its opposite side should be equal. AD and BC. AD and BC are opposite side. It should be equal. But here given AD 4, BC 4.4. That's why not possible. Angle A 70, angle C 65. Angle A and angle C are opposite angles. It should be equal. So it is not given as equal. So it's also not possible. Next, draw a rough figure of a quadrilateral that it is not a parallelogram, has exactly two opposite angles of equal measure. Yes, you have to draw a figure in its two opposite angles should be a measure. It should be equal, but it should not be a parallelogram. Yes, a kite. You know that in a kite, one pair of opposite sides are equal. Next one, the measure of two adjacent angles of a parallelogram are in the ratio 3:2. Find the measure of each of the angles of the parallelogram. Yes, very good question. Measure of two adjacent angles of a parallelogram in the ratio 3:2. Yes, you know that in a parallelogram, sum of adjacent angle equal to 180 and its ratio given as 3:2. 3:2 means one angle will be multiply 3, another next adjacent angle will be multiply 2. Multiply 3 we can write as 3x. Multiply 2 as 2x. Then while adding these two, what we have to get? 180. Because adjacent angles are supplementary. Then what we can write? 3x plus 2x equal to 180 means 5x equal to 180. So x equal to 180 by 5. What is 180 by 5? 36. If x equal to 36, what we have to find out? We have to find out the measure of each angle. One angle equal to 3x. Another is which one? 2x. So 3x equal to 3 into 36 equal to 108. Next 2x equal to 2 into 36 equal to 72. So measure of one angle is 108 and the next one is 72. Okay. The next question, sixth question. Two adjacent angles of a parallelogram have equal measure. Find the measure of each of the angles of a parallelogram. Yes, adjacent angles are supplementary. That is sum 180. Both equal means 90 each. Seventh question. The adjacent figure hope is a parallelogram. Find the angle measure of x, y, z. State the properties you use to find them. This one 40, this one z. Is it? No. 40 z x y. That is x y. Then also 70. We have to find out the measure of x, y and z. Okay, dear children. Yes, here it is a hope is a parallelogram. First of all, we can write if this one is 70, this one will be 110 because the total angle is 180. Then it is a parallelogram, then these two angles will be equal. So x equal to 110, opposite angles equal. X 110. If x equal to 110, yes, what is y? 110 plus 80 equal, 70 equal to 180. These two angles are adjacent, complementary. So y equal to 70. Is it? Y 70. So what will be said? Yes, this y means this total angle. So this total angle will be 70, opposite angle. So 40 plus z equal to 70. So z equal to 30. X equal to 110, y equal to 70 and z equal to 30. Okay. The next question. Find the following figures are parallelograms. Find x and y. Okay. Then listen dear children. First one is a parallelogram. Guns is a parallelogram. Yes, we can start. Not name like that. Guns. Okay. (26, 18). This measure 26. GUNX. 26. 26 and 18. This one 18. This one 26. Then what is the other measurement? 3x and 3y minus 1. 3x and 3y minus 1. It is a parallelogram, means opposite sides are equal. So what we can write? 3x equal to 18, opposite side. These two are equal. So 3x equal to 18. Same way these two sides are equal. 3y minus 1 equal to 26. 3y minus 1 equal to 26. 2x equal to 18 means 3x equal to 18. So x equal to 18 by 3 equal to 6. 3y minus 1 equal to 26 means 3y equal to 26 minus 1 is plus 1, 27. 3y equal to 27. Y equal to 27 by 3 equal to 9. So x equal to 6 and y equal to 9. Then the next question. A same parallelogram runs. RUNS. Okay. Runs. Then it is given two diagonals 20, 16. Then x plus y, y plus 7. This one is yes. Listen dear children, this is a parallelogram and its diagonals bisect each other. Bisect each other means if I mark a point here O, what we can tell? SO equal to OU. This SOU equal to OU. Then SO, what is the measure? 20. 20 equal to y plus 7. Same way RO equal to ON. RO means 16. 16 equal to x plus y. 16 equal to x plus y. Yes. From first one, 20 equal to y plus 7. That is, what is y? 20 equal to y plus 7 means y equal to from this. Y equal to 20 minus 7 equal to 13. Yes, very simple. 13 plus 7 is 20. So y 13. If y equal to 13, what is the second? 16 equal to x plus 13. Y 13. So what is x? X equal to 3. 3 plus 13, 16. So what did we get? X equal to 3 and y equal to 13. Okay. The next question. In the given figure, risk and clue are parallelograms. 70. RISK. Risk is a parallelogram. The next one, clue. 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 Now we can identify two parallelograms. Okay. We can use, yes, first one, this parallelogram. Okay. Consider the first parallelogram, risk. Okay. Then in the parallelogram risk, this measurement 120 means this opposite angle also 120. Let it be there, 120. If this one is 120, what is this measure? 60. Okay. If this one is 60 means this measure also 60. Okay. That we can consider that as 60. Okay. Then consider this measurement is 60. We can write here this one 60. Then next we can consider one more parallelogram. That one is this clue. Okay. Then here 70. Here 70 means this opposite angle also 70. Now here this opposite angle 70. Okay. Now we can mark this as O. Then here a small triangle formed. Which one? Okay. EOS is a small triangle. EOS. In EOS, what are the three angles? 70, 60 and X. So what we can tell? 70 plus 60. 70 plus 60 plus X equal to 180 total angle. So 130 plus X equal to 180. So X equal to 180 minus 130 equal to 50 degree. We have to find the value of X. So X equal to 50 degree. Okay. Then the next question. Explain how the figure is a trapezium. Which of its two sides are parallel? Yes. First one. Yes. In the first figure, NM parallel to KL. Any two sides are parallel means it is a trapezium. So it is a trapezium. Second one. Yes. AB parallel to DC. AB parallel to DC. So that two are parallel. That is a trapezium. Then in the next one, RQ parallel to PS. Okay. Then in the 11th question, measure of angle C. Find measure of angle C if AB parallel to DC. If AB parallel to DC, yes dear children, AB and DC parallel means BC is its transversal and co-interior angles are supplementary. Co-interior angle supplementary means sum of two angles equal to 180. Angle B plus angle C equal to 180. Angle B 120, so angle C equal to 60 because 120 plus 60 equal to 180. Then next SP parallel to RQ. Then find measure of angle P and measure of S. Okay, SP parallel to RQ means same method. Here PQ is a transversal of this SP and RQ. Two parallel lines, SP and RQ parallel. So PQ is a transversal. PQ transversal means if angle Q is 130, angle P will be 50. Just 1 minute. Yes, here SP and RQ are parallel means this PQ is its transversal. Okay, and these two angles 130 and these angles are co-interior angles. Co-interior angles are supplementary. Supplementary means these two angles sum equal to 180. This one 130 means this one will be 50. 130 plus 50 equal to 180. Next, what to find out? Angle P and angle S. Okay, angle S. Here it is given that this angle equal to 90 degree. Same property. This is a transversal. Total 180, 90 means this also 90. So angle S equal to 90 degree. Next question. This exercise also over. Next exercise 3.4. State whether true or false. A rectangle. All rectangles are squares. No. Then among this one we can yes all rectangles are not squares. Is it? Next, all kites are rhombus. No, sorry, B question. All rhombus are parallelograms. Yes, correct. Every rhombus, that means rhombus is also a parallelogram. Next, all squares are rhombus and also rectangles. Yes, all squares are rhombus and also it is a rectangle. Then, all squares are not parallelograms. Wrong. All squares are parallelogram itself. All kites are rhombus. No. Kite means not all sides are not equal, but in a rhombus all sides should be equal. Then next, all rhombus are kite. Yes, maybe correct. All rhombus are, that means kite means any two adjacent sides will be equal. In a rhombus, two adjacent sides are equal, so all rhombus are kite. G. All parallelograms are trapeziums. Yes, same way trapezium is one pair of parallel side needed. In a parallelogram, two, yes, there is one pair of parallel side. So every parallelogram is a trapezium. Next, all squares are trapeziums. Yes, all square also one pair of parallel side there, so it is also a trapezium. Next one, identify the quadrilaters that have four sides of equal length. Four side means square and rhombus. Four right angles in square and a rectangle. Explain how a square is a quadrilateral. Explain how a square is a quadrilateral. Okay. Quadrilateral means it has needed a four side. Okay. A quadrilateral. Yes, square is a quadrilateral because it has four sides. How a square is a parallelogram? Square in square, two pairs of parallel side. Okay, so it is a parallelogram. In a rhombus, all sides should be equal, but in a square also all sides are equal. In a rectangle, yes, two opposite sides are equal. In the square also. So, name a quadrilateral whose diagonals bisect each other. Which one? In a parallelogram. Diagonals are perpendicular bisector in a rhombus and a square. Diagonals equal in square and rectangle. Explain why a rectangle is a convex quadrilateral. In a rectangle, yes, we can draw a diagonal in the exterior. So it is a convex quadrilateral. ABC is a right angle triangle and O is the midpoint. Midpoint of the side opposite to the right angle. Explain why O is equidistant from A, B and C. Okay, ABC is a right angle and O is the ABC is a right angle and O is the midpoint of the side opposite to the right angle. Here right angle is B, then AC is the side opposite to the right angle B and O is the midpoint. Okay. Here AD parallel, you can join. Yes, here the chapter is quadrilateral, so we can draw one more triangle there and BO. You can draw one more like BO equal to OD. Yes, you can draw AD and BC. It is already given there. AD is parallel to BC and AB parallel to DC. It is given that AB parallel to DC and AD parallel to BC. And O is the midpoint, means AO equal to OC. Same way BO equal to OD. So yes, opposite sides equal, diagonals bisect each other. So this one is a, yes, BO bisect each other means, yes, BO equal to OD. 1 minute. What was the, why O is equidistant from O? Yes, O is a midpoint of A and C. So it's very sure that OA equal to OC. Then it is a parallelogram. So what we can tell, OB equal to OD. So O is equidistant from A, B and C. Okay, dear children, we just completed all the exercise. Okay.